Hi guys, welcome back to Chess the Matthew. So on this video, we will tackle about a checkmate trap on the Sicilian Smith-Mura gambit. So the setup start with the moves of e4, and here the black plays c5, going into the Sicilian defense, and after d4, c6 d4, and bishop c4. And here we go now to the said Smith-Mura gambit. So here, the white gambited the pawn for a cost of development. Here the black can play e5 to support his extra pawn on the center. For example, after this pawn was actually undefended, where in the future the pawn on d4 can actually be captured with the queen on d1. So here, after e5 black, the white plays here f4, trying to attack the defender of the d4 pawn, but here the black simply plays d6 so that any capture to the pawn, and there is just a simple recapture with the pawn, and again maintaining a defense to the d4 pawn. And again, after d6 black, the white plays knight f3 to put some pressure on the e5 pawn with only one defender, for example with two attackers. So the black here added some defense to his e5 pawn, and again developing a piece and controlling the center. And again with the knight c6, it also defend his extra pawn on d4. But again, on this position, the white will simply castle on the king side so that later on he can put some pressure on the f file. For example, after he will tries to open with a takes on e5, and again opening some fire blinds to the f7 with the connection of bishop to c4 on this position. But here, the black is not afraid for that matter, and he simply develops his bishop, vacating the square, and maybe later he will also develop his knight to f6 and will have a kingside castling in the future. And again, after bishop to e7, it actually supports and defend the g5 square against, for example, any intruder to the black's camp. For example, with knight g5, hop up white. So after bishop to e7, and there is now f takes to e5. Again, trying to open now the f file so that he can pressure with the combination of the bishop and the rook, eyeing to f7 pawn. But here the black just recapture again the pawn and trying to defend his extra pawn on d4. But here the white here has a tricky idea by sacrificing his bishop to f7, luring his king to capture that bishop, and again surrendering his right to castle. For example, after king takes f7, although the black here is actually has an extra piece, but his king can no longer castle, for example, on this position. So after king takes to f7, here comes now the knight takes to e5, giving a double check, for example, in this position. So there is no cover when there is double check, and there is no capture to the checking pieces because there is two pieces that actually gives a check to the king. So the only defense against the check is to escape, and the black king here has only two square to go for an escape, and it is e6 and e8. So here the black plays king to e6, but after knight f7, trying to have a fork, for example, against the black queen and rook. So the black here saves his queen to a5, but the game is over after two moves because there is a checkmate with queen g4 check. And after a cover, there is queen takes f5 checkmate. The queen cannot be captured because there is a pawn. He can no longer escape against the check, and there is no cover against the check. So the white here wins through a checkmate in just 12 moves. So going back one more time, after e4, c5, d4, c6, d4, bishop c4, the Smith-Mura gambit, in which the white here gambited the pawn for a cost of development. For example, after e5, f4, d6, knight f3, knight c6, and kingside castling. So we shall see in this position now that the white here has a smooth development for a cost of the pawn. He already castled, and again he has two pieces that actually been developed on this position. So for example, after bishop to e7, although on this position, the black here can actually try another move, for example on the move 6 by playing knight e6, trying to defend his f7 pawn against these attackers. For example, after the f file will be open, for example in this position after d takes e5, although there is bishop takes h6 and g takes h6, doubling this pawn on each file, but bishop takes f7, and for example after a couple of moves of king takes, knight takes e5 with double check, and for example after king j8, knight f7 fork, but there's simple queen to e7, and after knight takes h8 and king takes h8, the black here has a slight advantage, for example in this position, because of his pair bishop against a lone rook on this position. And again on h8, the king is actually safe on this position. Another, for example, another idea after knight h6 instead of bishop to e7, after knight h6, and let's say for example takes, bishop takes, g takes f6, although the white here can try another move, for example after knight to e1, the idea is just to open up some lines, for example on the f file with the connection of an attack with the bishop and rook, but there is simple f6. And after f6, although there is queen h5 check, but the king can actually escape against the check and try to find his safest home, for example maybe at c7 or b8, for example queen f7 check, there is simple cover, and after rook takes, anticipating that the bishop was actually been pinned down, So again, king moves, although there is rook takes h6, and let's say for example bishop d7, and rook takes h7, rook takes, and queen f8. Although the white here has an extra pawn on the g and h pawn, and again it is a pass pawn, but with a strong pair bishop black, the position will be totally equal, for example on this position. And again after knight h6, let's say for example takes, and again instead of bishop takes f7, let's go for knight e1, f6, check, king moves, check, cover, and rook takes f6, king c7, rook takes h6. Instead of playing for example bishop d7, although the black here can find his home for example on b8, still there is rook takes h7, and after rook takes, queen takes. And now the only difference on this position is that the king is on the b8 and the bishop is on c8, so the d file is actually open for the black for his counterplay, for example by playing d3, trying to win this pawn, or even for example if the white here plays knight takes d3, then there is queen d4 check with a fork because the bishop on c4 is actually been attacked. And after king h1, queen takes, and knight c3, again this position is still equal because again there is a bishop pair for the black. Although on this position the only difference is that the bishop is actually not on the board, but this rook and this bishop is actually passive, and later on the white here can actually have some counterplay, for example by going with the activity with his rook, for example rook to f1, and again playing to rook to f7 and trying to pressure the black's position with the active play of white here with his pieces. So after e4, c5, d4, c6, d4, bishop c4, e5, and again going into the Smith Mura gambit, for example after king z castling, bishop e7 is not a mistake on this position, and after some couple of moves of capture, and bishop takes f7 and king takes f7, after knight takes to e5, the blunder here is by playing his king to e6 because it allows here for the white to go with his checkmate combination after queen takes f5 checkmate. So on this position, after a double check with the knight and rook, for example, in this position against the black king here should play king to e8 rather than playing king to e6, because after king to e8, the black king here is very safe, although there is knight f7, a fork on this position, but it doesn't matter because there is simple queen b6 with a threat to play the move discover check, and again pressurizing for example c pawn, for example with here, and rook on d8. So for example after takes knight f6, b3, trying to develop his dark square bishop, but still there is bishop to g4, and after queen to e1, here comes now the brilliant move of black, for example by playing bishop to e2 attacking the rook. The idea here is that the queen cannot capture that bishop because there is a discover check, and trying to win the queen, for example after some couple of moves takes d3, although there is for example queen to e3, but still there is bishop on this position. So here after attacking the rook, although he can escape his rook to f4, but still there is g5 attacking the rook will escape, but still there is d3 check, and after queen h1, knight d4, and again the black here should regain his material deficit by winning back his rook, for example after this position with knight on d4. But again on this position, the valuation here will be actually equal. So after knight takes to e5, the black here should play king to e8, and to avoid that checkmate trap, for example after knight f7, again queen b6 is still good in this position, although there is knight takes to h8, and for example after knight f6, although the white here can try another tricky line, for example after taking that knight on f6, because after bishop takes, although there is queen h5 check, trying to win this pawn so that this knight on h8 can escape, for example via f7 or g6 for example. But after g6, trying to simply cover the check against the queen, although the white here can grab a pawn, but still there is simple d3 giving a check with the queen on b6, so the king will be moved, for example in h1, but there is simple f2 and threatening to mate in 1, for example on this position. So the white should react here for the solution of the checkmate by giving a check, and after king move, check with a fork, for example. So the black here was actually forced to grab that queen, but still there is a bishop to g5, trying to win back now the queen. So after queen takes, but there is knight f7, a fork. So after king moves and knight takes to g5, again the evaluation on this position will be totally equal with a double knights versus bishop and knight on the in-game. So again, after e4, c5 the Sicilian defense, and the Smith Mura gambit, e5, f4, d6, knight f3, although there is some tricky lines, for example, after this bishop takes f7, but there is no worries after king takes f7. Because although the white here can play knight takes to e5 and trying to go with a tricky line, for example, if the black will move to e6, then he will be fall into the checkmate trap, for example, after queen g4, and after cover to the check, and queen takes f5 checkmate. After knight takes to e5, the black here should retreat to e8 square, and again, the game must go on. So that's all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to subscribe.